Look, I want to be hopeful, but this team has already shown that it can let us down in more ways than one. How's it going, everyone? My name is Colin Wonders. I'm the host of Panthers Den, and today we're going over Carolina. This is more of just a general video to see if Carolina, with this newfound, jolt of energy from the last game we played, is actually rising to the occasion once again. After plummeting after a 3-0 start, Carolina really needs this, but will it actually take us that far? I'm not so sure. So, as we come into the twilight of the season, we are about to enter the roughest part of our schedule, and with that, we are at the point where we need to win almost any game we can to make sure we stay in the playoff race. This NFL season has been absolutely crazy. I'm happy with it. It's brought us a lot of good games, it brought us a lot of good upsets, and pretty much you don't know who could beat anyone. There is no team really that seems like absolutely god tier above the rest this year. It seems like everyone, well, to an extent, most of the contenders are on an even level. Every team is beatable. Every team has their flaws, and they can be exploited by just a good game plan and good coaching. And then teams are just as well overloaded with talent. We're just gonna have to see what happens. With the Panthers, that starts this week. With Cam Newton trending towards being the starter for the Week 11 matchup against the Washington football team, we're gonna have to see what happens with this. Look, I love Cam, but his best years are behind him. He's not playing his prime by any means. I'm not saying he can't play good football, but it may take some time for him to come back into the real, true quarterback starter shape that he needs to be in. Because his shoulder is pretty much gone, and it's not his fault. It's the fact that he got absolutely murdered after winning the MVP season. The refs did nothing, but now they can call roughing the passer over a stiff breeze, knocking the quarterback off to his ass. And do I think the Carolina Panthers can be better with Cam now? Yes. Leadership is a big thing, and Cam brings that leadership aspect into the team more than Sam did. Sam needs a lot more time to be groomed into a real starting quarterback, and I can't really say that is going to happen with Carolina. I have faith in the kid, but I don't know. He needs a little bit more time to escape the ghost of his past and to realize that the talent that he has can be used on the field, and he doesn't need to be scared the entire time. It doesn't help that our offensive line was absolutely garbage when he was, playing behind it, and he often had to run for his life, and that equaled him getting murdered and his shoulder blade being, fractured. But hey, the offensive line was doing pretty good last game. Hopefully, they can continue that. Like I said before, we're going to need to win any and every game that we possibly can. And our schedule here is grueling these final days. Next game we have, we're playing the Washington football team led by Ron Rivera, who just beat the Buccaneers. Then after that, we're playing the Dolphins, which are the most hot and cold team on this planet. After that, we play the Falcons. No matter what you think about the Falcons, a divisional game is always tough and can go either way. After that, we have the Bills. I don't know what the Bills is going to be, but it depends on what Bills team shows up. Bills team against the Jags or Bills team against all the rest of the teams. We're just going to have to see there. After that, we have the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, we already know, they're atop our division right now. They're beatable, but they're super tough still. And then we have the Saints. Yeah, we beat the Saints before. And yeah, they're not going to have their starting quarterback, but once again, it's a divisional game. It can go either way. And then after that, we have the Buccaneers again to close out the season. We have 4 divisional games in the span of 5 weeks. That is an incredibly grueling schedule. Divisional games are the hardest games because, of course, the rivalry is going on. You're playing harder, you're playing really rough, and these can just turn into really grueling games where anyone can win. So I can see the Panthers winning a few of these, and at the moment, we need to at least get 9 wins to even think about going in to the playoffs as the number 7 seed. Can we get 10 wins? I'm not sure. Can we go 10-7? It would be hard. We would need to beat the Washington football team here and now. We need to beat the Dolphins for the best chance. That'd put us at 7 because we're at 5-5 right now. We're back at 500. And after that, we would have to beat the Falcons, get the 8, and we would have to either beat the Saints or sweep the Buccaneers. Or because I don't see the Bills being a victory. I feel like the Bills' offense is way too fast, like we were having issues with the Cowboys. The Panthers' defense has speed. That's what is their biggest strength. And if there's an offense that's faster than them, that's going to be the issue. But otherwise, the Falcons are injury riddled. So are we, but still, The Dolphins are hot and cold. The Washington football team are, hot and cold. So there are best candidates to get wins against. And then the Buccaneers, it depends on which Buccaneers team shows up and which Tom Brady shows up. Is Tom Brady from this past week going to show up? Or is Tom Brady from the beginning of the year going to show up? Because if Tom Brady from the beginning of the year shows up, we're going to be fucked up. If Tom Brady from this past week shows up, we have a chance. It's also a matter of how does Cam play? Does Cam come back and, play good quarterback? Or is he just going to continue to be a filler? Cam does have a great incentive because he could be extended with Carolina come this offseason if he plays well. And I'm sure he wants to do that. He loves it here. He was very emotional about coming back. And I'm very happy with him back. I absolutely love Cam Newton. I'm going to get another one of his jerseys soon. It's just, it's a story for the ages. And while it could be just fan service, I don't really see it that way because we did need a good quarterback. We did need leadership. And Cam Newton knows Carolina. It was just more of the most automatic decision that you could have made. Maybe there's a little bit of fan service in there. But hey, it's a feel-good story for a season that's been up and down. And as of right now, mostly down, but hey. Hopefully we can start trending up. There's also a matter of the fact that the Panthers' bye week has not come yet, so the Panthers do get a rest near the end of the season. After we play the Dolphins, we should be able to get a nice rest in and be very energized when we come to the hardest part of our schedule, that being playing the Dolphins, Bills, and then Buccaneers twice with the Saints in the middle. The bye week should do a lot. I mean, we're a good team, we're a fast team, we're a young team, but even young guys can get tired, and that's what we see a lot of the times when it comes with the defense coming into later games. They tend to get a little bit tired, and then that's when we see, like, in the Jets game in the first week of the season, you get some garbage time scores put in that, made the game seem a lot closer than it actually was. So in the end, I'm going to have to say that we're just going to have to be very cautious when we're, getting super hype about the rest of the season, because while we are excited to have Cam back, have that leadership in the locker room again, have that personality that brings the team up, and I mean, it already is affecting the team. They played so much better with so much more energy, especially on offense. We're just going to have to be careful because while this is a feel-good story, we don't know if the play is going to pan out when it comes to the rest of the season. It might not be the fault of Cam or any of the offensive guys, any of the offensive coordinators, anything like that. We're just going to have to see because the schedule that we have at the end is very grueling. Yes, we have our bye week to rest up, get healthy, and then be prepared to take on these Goliath enemies. But at the end of the day, we need every win to have a good chance to playoffs, especially as anyone can win. We got the 49ers staring at us. We got the, Vikings staring at us. We need to stay in the hunt. At the moment, we are in that position, but until we can see what happens with the rest of the conference, we don't know if the Panthers can actually make it. But I have faith in the team. Might be misplaced like it was in the beginning of the season, but with Cam at least, revitalizing the culture in Carolina, I feel like we have a good chance to make the energy possible for the Panthers to get into the wild card round and maybe make some noise and make a few upsets. No matter what, I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think the Panthers are going to be able to make it to the playoffs? Do you think they're going to fall just short? Do you think they're just going to shit the bed and lose all the rest of the games for the season? I don't know. Let's discuss it in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.